Okay, this is a UH-1 Huey helicopter that was used in Vietnam. It was predominant in Vietnam. Now this one that you see with the red cross, this is a medevac helicopter. Now inside the museum, we have a display of an actual medevac pilot. His call sign was Dustoff 10. So every pilot has a unique call sign. That was his call sign whenever he went in to a landing zone or a hot LZ to rescue soldiers that were wounded. That was the call sign, Dustoff 10. Now, the uniqueness about this, not only that we have the helicopter dedicated to that medevac pilot, our curator, Jim Joyce of the museum, was a Vietnam vet. He was wounded in Vietnam, medevac from the battlefield, sent back to a hospital, got out of the army, came back to civilian life. Well, guess what helicopter was the one that pulled him out of that battlefield? Dustoff 10. Uniqueness about the helicopter is also telling everyone that this is a military museum. So please come and visit, because we tell people it's the red barn with the helicopter up front. So, here in the museum, like I said, we have artifacts of all types. But here in this corner here, we have our airborne section. And one of the things I love to talk about is airborne. Now, I used to say, I'm so old, I don't jump out of bed anymore. Hell if I'm gonna jump out of a plane. But I did have airborne troops under me when I was at Fort Liberty and when I reported here to Fort Gillett. He's got his reserve chute, he's got his main chute in the back, he's got his weapons case where he would carry his weapon. Now, the way this works, this is a static line. This line is what's going to eventually pull the parachute out of the pack. Now, when he's in the plane, he hooks it up to a steel cable inside the plane, and it extends all the way into this bag. So, once it gets there and starts pulling the parachute out, you'll notice these here. This is where the risers, which are the nylon ropes, are plugged in so the parachute extends. Now with this old parachute, the paratrooper would jump and count to 4. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004. He should feel a tug. If he feels a tug and he looks up, his parachute is inflating. Good to go. If he doesn't feel that tug, once he counts to 4, he's going to look up, and the first thing out of his mouth is going to be, ah, damn. Because guess what? A malfunction, because remember, these are packed by human beings. It's not a machine. Human beings make mistakes, things can happen. So if he jumps and looks up and he sees the parachute rolled up that looks like a cigarette, first thing he's going to do is release his main and pull his reserve. He's going to fall a little bit harder, but hey, now let's say counts to 4, parachute's inflated, good to go. Next thing he's going to do is release, this quick release, to let his rucksack fall. Now he's not going to just lose it, because this rucksack is tied with this nylon to the harness. It's 14 feet long, so that falls 14 feet. He's going to release his weapons case, which also is attached to that line, and it's going to fall right on top of the rucksack. Now, he's going to be looking forward at the horizon. His feet and knees are together. He might not hear this fall hit the ground first, but when he hits the ground, he's going to bend his knees. He's going to do a parachute landing fall, turning left or right depending on how the wind is, based on the parachute, and absorb the landing all around this part of the body. Once he's there, he starts taking everything off. So think of it this way. Jumps out of a perfectly good aircraft to land and become an infantryman. That's what paratroopers do. If you volunteer, the way we work it is you volunteer for 1 day a week. Whatever day you tell us that you can do it, the times are from 10 in the morning till 4 in the afternoon.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, we totally recommend. We had fun, and it's a lot of history.
Thank you to the troops, for sure, and missing out if you don't come.